What's fucking good, guys? This is your boy K Carnage here, and I have another gameplay for you guys. We're playing a little bit of Hardpoint on standoff. I'm running around with a pistol. We just dominated this entire game, this entire match, and I hope you guys really enjoyed the gameplay for the commentary that I have for you today. And I really hope you guys can listen out and really hear what I'm trying to say in this. I know you guys really like the Friend Zone episode that I uploaded almost a year ago, so let's just try and get into this. I know a lot of you guys like my more deep and more profound commentaries versus my I don't know, I'm a little dull when it comes to the aspect of gaming because I'm a very straightforward person when it comes to it. But anyways, let's get into this. Before I really cover, if you guys haven't figured out from the title above, I'm going to tell you guys a story, and something that's very personal for me, and I apologize if I cut it out, because it's going to be a really hard thing for me to relive in my head and really redigest as everything's going on. So anyways, when I was 14, I had to pretty much take someone I loved off of life support, and it was really hard because it wasn't a decision I wanted to make. It wasn't the decision logically in my head I wanted to compute down, and for me it was they wanted to be off of it, and their only request was that I'd be there for every last second before he went out, and it was tough. It was not the best. It was not the easy decision to make at the time, and as a kid, you're just like, you just didn't know how to swallow the pill at the time, and it's these hard decisions what define us through life. And it's as we grow older, and I know a lot of you guys are viewers that are already older or even younger, and it just gets harder and harder and harder as you go on. Not necessarily life, just the decisions you have to make and how they're going to influence you down the road. And it's always a conflict of interest when it comes to these decisions. It's always in a way, like, your logic when it comes to things, it always conflicts when it comes to making these decisions, especially like say for instance like my situation with medical advances. Like, I knew in the back of my head, like, I don't know how long they can keep on life support. Maybe he'll get better, maybe this will happen, but at the same time, this is what he wants, and this is not how he wants to live. So I was gambling on two theoreticals that I couldn't really compute. So I had to do what I felt was right, was to honor his wishes. And when it comes to these hard decisions, you really gotta get a feel for what's right. It may not be what the decision you want to make or how things want to pan out, but it has to be the right decision almost always. And again, it comes down to another thing with me. It's like I came from a background of being a TCG gamer. I spent a good 10 plus years of my life doing it, and I am actually very close from walking away from it, and I'm very soon walking away from it. And I have friends that still do it, and I want to still hang out with them, but at the end of the day, I have to do what is better for me, and I have to do what's right for me. And people, for me, I want to move out, and I want to invest myself into a design firm, into a marketing firm, or even endouse myself into YouTube and MLG and start working on that and having a lot of ventures for me going on. I want my life to have something going on constantly, and have something fruitful, and have something really work out. And this is what really I'm working for. But at the same time, I have to make some huge sacrifices, and one of that being TCG gaming, and eventually leaving my home of Philadelphia to venture out and do something much greater, much bigger than me, and then what I'm doing now. And for me, that's a hard decision, because I lived in Philly for almost all my life, and this is where all my memories are at, and this is where all my friends are at, and where everything I've invested in is at. But at the same time, it's where just like I've anchored in here, and I know what to expect. I know what I can get out of here, and I know what I want to do will never come out of the city. So for me to advance, I have to walk out, and I have to walk away from the city, and really venture out and do better and bigger things for myself. And that's the decision I'm at right now. But for anyone out there that's having a tough time making a tough decision, I know what you guys are going through, and you really got to look at it from a standpoint. Like, a lot of times I do make my tough decisions on a gut instinct. Because I've been through a lot. Everyone's been through a lot. Good, bad, great, shitty. Everyone's had been through that life cycle of just bullshit and greatness, and everyone's achieved their peak and everyone's has meet a low. But you always have to really look at it with a grain of salt and be like, all right, what's right and what's the right decision here, and what's better for me or what's better for all the parties intended. And remember that these hard decisions are what defines you at the end. It's what defines what you do and who you are and how your life pans out and how everything, culminates into one thing. And overall, it could either, it could destroy you or it can make you great. So why not make it great? Like, that's where I'm at. Like, I just hate my life right now, like, especially with my job. Well, I can't say I hate it. I kind of do enjoy it, but I just don't like the way I'm living. So I've been making some really iffy decisions lately. So why sit here and continue to do what I do and be miserable when I can do something a little more risky, and that takes a little bit more guts and a little bit more effort, and have it become something much more wonderful. And that's pretty much, yeah, where I'm at with life. And if you guys really take that mentality and be like, all right, well, what's the right decision and what's the way to go, and what can be better for everyone, or like if you're deciding for like a huge thing, or even for yourself, like, what can I do to make life better? And that's pretty much the end of it. That's all it is, really, just making your life better. But anyways, guys, if you really appreciated this commentary, comment, rate, and subscribe, and share this video with your friends. And I gotta go. I'm out, guys. I gotta spend time with the family. Peace.